Hello everybody, thank you for tuning in. So this is your weekly reading from Monday the 25th of March through to Sunday the 31st of March, so the last week of March. How quick is this year going so far? Happy about it in some respects because I absolutely love summer, as you know from the last video, but I can't wait for that to come along. But yeah, oh my god, how quick is that going? Anyway, so just want to say massive thank you to everyone who liked my last video, anyone who commented, who subscribed. So any new subscribers, thank you so much. And I hope you're enjoying the video so far. I am thinking of other videos to do soon, so hopefully I'm going to be posting more often, possibly about other topics and anything that you feel will help you. Please do comment. Please send me a message with by any of the social links down below. Let me know what you want to have more of. If you want certain types of readings, like relationship readings, career readings, purpose readings, if you want any sort of support in terms of like mentoring with your own self-awareness, self-discovery, yeah, anything that you want support with. If you want to see more about that, if you want to see any specific topics, like if you want me to talk about specific areas, please let me know, because it all really helps to provide the right content for you. Okay, so I'm going to be doing this reading a little bit different today. I'm just going to try something new because it's all quite new for me, you know, doing these readings every week, and I want to kind of trial and test different things. So as you've seen before, I've kind of normally just shuffled the cards first, and I've already had the cards out and I've spreaded them out so you can see them all, and not necessarily see me. So this time, you know, you can see me. I haven't shuffled the cards yet, so I'm going to be doing that on here this time. And I've picked 3 decks to use. One of the decks I've been guided to just pick a couple of cards from, which is the Butterfly Oracle cards for life changes. Okay, so I feel like 2 cards, or you know, a few cards that come out for that need to be talking about the specific areas that, you know, that people are going to have changes in their lives this week. And then the other packs are Mermaids and Dolphins by Doreen Virtue, which I'll be using first because that was the first one that kind of stood out to me to use. And then Kyle Gray, Angel Prayers. This was my first ever pack that I got, so I feel like this one is going to be talking about the support that you need in the areas that we talk about. Okay, so I'm going to start with the Mermaids and Dolphins cards. So I'm just going to shuffle until I get the right amount of cards that feel right for this week. Let me just, oh, this one's kind of dancing about. There we go, we've got a couple coming out there. Oh, just got a really itchy nose. If anyone knows what an itchy nose is about, I've been told different things. It's either to do with surprises that are coming, or, oh, that was so strange. Hang on, I'm going to so use this today. I would normally stop it right now, you know, this I would normally stop this video right now and start again if something like that happened. So basically the stuff, but I'm not going to, I'm going to use that because I was talking about surprises. How weird is that? Okay, right. Let me just adjust this. So basically, I stand my phone up on like a card deck box because I need to find a good stand, but haven't got one yet. And it just flew off the table as I was talking about surprises. How weird is that? That's just amazing. I love that. I love it. So I'm glad you saw that because it just shows how magic all of this is. Anyway, so yeah, maybe nose itching is to do with surprises. Some people get nose itches when spirit is coming through. I don't know. Share your ideas with that. Share what your experiences are of that, because I'd like to know, because I get an itchy nose quite often, and that was just so strange. Maybe it's different for everyone. Maybe mine is surprises. I don't know. Anyway, I feel like I've got, let me just try one more shuffle, see if I've got any more flying out, poking out. Oh. No, okay, so there's no more from that one. So I'm going to go through these ones first. I feel to do this round first. And then if there's any support I feel we need with these areas, I will call on the angel prayer cards. Okay, so the first card, ooh, they really are jumping about today. It's really strange. It's like they've got this, I picked this up from someone else's reading a minute ago. It was like this anticipation energy, like this sort of excitable energy that seems to be coming through. And it was kind of the same sort of energy from another week that I did. I don't know if it was last week, the week before, but it was that kind of that excited feeling that something's going to change or something's coming. Or that you want to be doing something but you don't really know what, and you feel like you want to go towards something and you're being pulled towards something but you just don't know what. It's that type of energy. So if someone's feeling that, I'm really picking that up. Okay. So they're kind of dancing about and there's this this excitable energy going on. Okay, so the first card is consult an expert. Just show you that. Keep forgetting to look at the camera on that side because I'm so used to being at the top. So consult an expert. Okay. So it says more information is needed. Contact someone with expertise in this area. I feel like someone's been feeling a bit down about not being able to get somewhere with something. I feel like someone has been, maybe it's a collective thing, but I feel like there's kind of a feeling of trying to do something, trying to get somewhere. There's that trying to be somewhere, trying to do something kind of energy, but not knowing what to do and being stuck, feeling a bit like you're at a loss because it's a bit hazy. There's kind of a hazy feeling. I've always got this image of someone walking through a woodland and there's just loads of fog and you just don't know what's on the other side of the woodland and you're trying to get through it and you just can't see. You can't kind of see what's going on or where you need to go. And this woman on this card, I'll just show you, she's kind of looking down, and there's something about looking down. I don't know if she's kind of given up, or it's just the fact that she's not looking in the right direction, or she's not looking up enough to see the bigger picture. She can't quite see the bigger picture, and she's feeling quite down on herself as well. So maybe someone's feeling quite down that they aren't getting anywhere or they don't know where they're going. They can't quite seem to get to where they want to be. Okay. I feel like some people have been trying to help, but there's still there's still nothing. You're just still not feeling like you're getting what you want, or you're not hearing what you want to hear. I'm just seeing, right, we definitely need support with this card because I'm really feeling the stuck energy. Okay, so we're going to call on the angel prayer cards just to see if there's any, can we have some support for this consultant expert card? So what do we need to know about this card? How can we support the person who's feeling stuck? Whoa. Okay, I'm just trying to tune into that. Just seeing whether that resonates. So we've got peaceful warrior, which is really strange. This kind of brings up a feeling of fighting. Obviously warrior, fighting, war. Okay, so I feel like you're at a war with yourself. Okay, so I feel like, I'm just going to show you this card as I go along. So I feel like you're at a war with yourself. You're kind of blocking your own way, People are trying to help you, people are trying to give you ideas, or, you know, trying to guide you. You're seeing quite a lot of signs. The help is out there for you, but you're putting, I don't even feel like you're putting blocks in your way. I feel like it's all just in your head. You're stopping, you're kind of blocking the way. It's almost like you're putting the fog in the way of yourself, and you're at a war with yourself. So, you know, someone can give you some advice and you're just kind of batting it away. So it's kind of like a conflict that's going on within you. It's like a war that's going on within you. And it needs to be sorted out peacefully, okay? So whether this is like you need to just get real quiet with yourself and really work out what's going on with you, because once you do that, once you actually create that peace within you, and you get quiet with yourself and actually make sense of what's going on, it will become clear. The fog will clear, okay? So I've just done this, and like she's doing this, which is really strange. The fog will clear. And you will start to see the light. I love that. So that was strange how I just did that. Yeah, so that's literally it with that one. It's just get peaceful with the inner warrior. Like, warrior sound, like, for me, whenever I hear like inner warrior, it's like a good thing for me. It's like to do with like strength and all that. But actually this is more to do with like the fight that's going on within you. Like, what it's to do with the war person within you, like, that's creating all of these fights and this conflict that's going on within you, that's not really benefiting you at the moment. Okay, so yeah, I'm glad I got that support there for that card. Okay, what's got? Next one is a bit random. So we've got music for manifesting. Okay, just hold that for a bit. So it says to manifest rapidly, think of your desire while you chant, hum, sing, or play music. Let me just see what this is about. I'm finding I'm having to really, and it might be because I'm still in that energy from the last card. It's like that foggy energy. It's just not really, it's just not creating this clear vision for me to kind of pick up what's going on. So, and actually it's really strange because in this card there's loads of clouds, right? How strange is that? There's loads of clouds, right? And that's kind of creating that foggy feeling. So I feel like I want to just clear the fog, tune into what's actually coming up here. Okay, now I've heard the words, the song within you, the song in your heart. Okay. Makes me smile, that. It sounds really loving, like the song within your heart. It sounds really loving. It's like connect with the good things that make you smile, like that create this song within your heart, like within yourself. Like, so it's music for manifesting. It's music. The manifesting thing, it, you know, manifesting for me, like, it's all about, you know, creating you know, these positive things that come into your life, or manifesting, you know, whatever is in your reality. So, you know, by being kind of blocked and everything, if it follows on from that card, which I feel like is kind of connected because of the fog, yeah, by being in that conflict, by being in that foggy place, you're not really creating that joy within you. You're not creating that song. You're not creating that good feeling of, you know, you're not really manifesting good things for yourself. So it's to break that cycle. Like, actually, I can see, I kind of saw this as it should have been a circle. Like, I know it's a moon, but it should have been a full circle, and it's kind of broken, okay? But she's broken it and she's playing music, right? She's got, like, you know, and I've just seen like the fish tail as well, and the fish kind of reminds me of like fishes swimming, like they're flowing through the stream and flowing through the water, and I feel like it's creating this, you need to kind of create this flow within you and start following the music, following what sings to your soul, sings to your heart, because that will break this cycle. Okay, break this circle, and this circle of going round in circles, you know, the same thing, and it's kind of like going round in circles in your head. Before, when you were feeling lost, and the same thing keeps playing over and over again in your mind. But actually, if you start doing things that sing to your heart, and kind of go with the flow of things that make you happy and joyful, you will break this cycle. Okay, you will stop going around in circles, and it will become clearer. And if you notice, here is quite clear, here is foggy, so that will be gone. That will kind of be below you then. Okay, it's almost like it goes into the ground. I've just got this image of like the fog just dropping and going into the ground, and just you feeling more grounded, actually, like kind of brings that up, that kind of feeling as well, and settled as well. So I feel like we didn't really need any support with that. I'm glad I kind of got through that myself and didn't need that extra support there. Okay, the next card is friendship. Make a date for a play day with one of your friends. Okay. There's quite a jumbled week here, really. They don't seem to all kind of go on from each other. Well, those ones kind of went on from each other, but they all seem quite individual. So there's a sense of individuality here, which is coming up. So I'll see if something else comes up from that. With this card, I feel like this is to do with connecting with those people that appreciate you for all that you are. Okay, there's been kind of messages coming up in my own life, but also in other people's posts, in other people's readings, that it's kind of been this like sense of people struggling with judgments of other people, like comments that people have made, like insecurities, a lot coming up around how other people view you, spending time with the right people, you know, struggling with the friendships that you have got. And there's a strong message coming through about being around the people that just appreciate all that you are. Okay, now we all have, and again, the feeling of individuality comes up. So we all have that individuality. We all have so many different facets to ourselves. Okay, so many different ways of being. I was talking about this today with my own mum, to be fair, about, you know, sometimes we're Little Miss Quiet, sometimes we're Little Miss Sad, sometimes we're Little Miss Talkative, sometimes we're Little Miss Crazy. I've actually got a cup with all different emotions on, you know, happy, sad, silly, I don't know, all different things. And of course we're humans. There's so many different, you know, ways of being in this world. And, you know, when we're at work, we may not be the same person as we are when we're at home with our loved ones. And, you know, and when we're drunk, you know, we might not be the same sort of person as we are when we're sober. But, you know, there seems to be people struggling with judgments from others about how they only see you one way. Okay, so they might only see you as someone who's always miserable or always really, really bubbly, or always serious, or, you know, whatever it is. And I'm sensing like there's a frustration there, basically. So there's a frustration with people not seeing that there's so much more to you. Okay, so this is a message to just say to make sure that you spend time with people who accept every single side of you, every single part of you, the people who understand that, you know, we are so many different things, you know, the people that just get you however you are, whether you're happy, sad, whatever. Spend more time with them, because they are gems. Okay, down here there's there's a little, is it a walrus? I'm not sure. I don't know if it's a walrus. Some kind of mammal here. And there's a little boy having, girls, I might be a girl actually. Little girl, oh boy, I don't know, having a cup of tea with it, you know. And so that's kind of just really confirming that sense of individuality, that sense of accepting you however you are, whatever you are, you know. Yeah, so that was just the confirmation there. I love that. Okay, then we've got a new dawn. Okay, so I feel like this is really connected with that sense of anticipation, excitement that someone's feeling. They're itchy to like get somewhere, and it's like, I feel like this is someone tuning into that. Someone's tuning into the thing that's coming. This came up in another reading I did on here, maybe a couple of weeks ago, and it was like, something is coming, you know. I think I might have mentioned it in the last video. It is spring. It's nearly, well, it's spring now, I don't know, nearly spring. And you know, there's all these new things coming, all the flowers start to bloom, all of the things change, you know, and things will change, you know, things will start to change in your life, and you'll start to see new things coming in, new growth opportunities, whatever it is, you know, there's going to be changes, and I feel they're positive changes. And this is about that new dawn. It's like the sun's starting to come out, you know, new things are starting to flow in, and I just want this to be kind of, this feels like someone's validation. Okay, I feel like someone needs that validation, just to kind of give them that heads up that it's okay, it's coming, don't worry, that feeling that you're feeling is right. Okay, trust that feeling. Okay, trust that something is coming. I think I mentioned about trust on the last video, but yeah, this is validation. Okay, this is your card, it's a sign, is to say it's coming, don't worry. Okay, the worst is now behind you, and positive new experiences are on the horizon. Okay, so that's good. I feel quite settled now. I feel like I'm picking up someone's energy that's just kind of heard that and is like, oh, well, then breathe a sigh of relief now, because, you know, just had my validation, or, you know, so I hope that is the case. And then this one, so that's what I mean by being so different. They're all just, it's almost like these cards are reflecting the different aspects of us, like the individuality of all of the different facets of us and the ways that we can be. So you've got like the peaceful warrior, and then you've got like I feel like there's like the peaceful warrior is like that confident sort of raw person inside, and then you've got like music, so that's like the creative person, and then you've got like friendship, so that's, I kind of feel like that's quite a loyal person and quite sort of gentle and kind, and then you've got like this excitable bubbly person. This one is kind of this is about self-forgiveness, which is really strange. So I feel like this one is kind of picking up on someone who's being quite hard on themselves. So someone who's maybe quite an introvert, and kind of going a bit quiet. Maybe they're having that period of, you know, yesterday I was really bubbly, I was really creative, I was, you know, really chatty, and today I'm like, ugh, like I just don't want to speak to anyone. And again, that comes in with that message of, it's okay, you're one person, you know, you're still the same person, you just have a different kind of day and a different experience and a different feeling today. So forgive yourself. Okay, so this is like a really strong message here, and it kind of connects with everything else that's going on with these cards. So it's like, forgive yourself for feeling this way. You can't always be really bubbly, really happy, really positive, you know. Be in that, you know, be with that, be with those feelings that you're going through, because there's, you know, there's a reason they've come up, you know, they need to be looked at, they need to be healed, they need to be sat with. They're part of you too. Okay, you are all of these things, and that's what makes you an amazing human being. Okay, it would be a bit boring if everyone was the same, you know, if everyone was really bubbly all the time, or everyone was really sad all the time, or, you know, it would really be boring, you know, and you wouldn't appreciate the good times if you didn't have these bad moments. You wouldn't appreciate those good feelings. So I feel like to cut yourself some slack. Okay, it's okay to feel low, to feel like you want to be a hermit, to feel like you want to go inwards and not talk to anyone. And yeah, so forgive yourself. Okay. Oh, I'm going to need one support card for that lot. That was quite a positive thing. Okay. So then I'm going to go into, I'm just going to see how many cards we want from the Life Changers cards, the Butterfly Oracle cards. So how many, oh, there we go, one. What do we need to know about this week in regards to life changes? I feel like someone's really watching, really, I'm picking up someone who's like, maybe it's the same person who needed that validation. They're like watching intently, like, oh, life changes, what's going on, what's going to change, what can you tell me? So for this person watching, can you give, oh, I just got shivers, I don't know why. Can you just give this person some guidance? There might be a few of you, but I am picking up on someone's really strong energy. Oh, wow. I've just got so much going on inside of me right now. It's really strange. Okay, is there anything else that we need to know for this person or for anyone else watching the video that was intrigued by this? No, okay. I'm going to ask for some support as well, just while we're at it. So with regards to these cards that have come out, which I will go through in a second, does this person or the people watching need to know or what do they need to know to support these areas? Okay. No. Okay. No more. Right, I'm just going to really tune in and see what comes up from these because they're really strange. They're like, I keep looking at one card in particular, so I'm going to go to that card first, which is Grief Work. Strangely, normally I would pick up on someone passing away. I would pick up on the loss of old self, or the loss of, or the letting go of things that no longer serve you. I've just got really strange tickly throat. Don't know if that's connected. I don't normally do any kind of spiritual, like, kind of, you know, getting spirit through or anything like that. I'm not a medium or anything like that. But sometimes when these things come through, I do feel like they're not coming from me. So I feel like someone's trying to communicate. I don't know if that's right, but I'm just going with it. I feel like this one is to do with, it's strange, but I feel like it's to do with work, and I feel like maybe someone is considering working with people, something to do with loss, okay? I don't know whether someone is considering working with people who are bereaved, who, yeah, something to do with that. And this butterfly reminds me of a ladybird, okay? I don't know why, I just instantly got ladybird. And ladybird's come up recently, actually, in one of, I think it was a post a couple of days ago, and it's to do with positive things coming in. It was like abundance, like lady luck, you know. I feel like someone's really going to just, something's coming in about work, okay, to do with working with people who have lost something, or who are grieving, or, you know, and maybe it's a counsellor, maybe it's a coach, maybe it's working in a support role of some kind. And I feel like, and I do feel like this is one person in particular, so I do apologise if this is kind of just, if this general reading is going to one person, but I do feel like I need to just say this because it sounds like I feel like someone's watching who needs to hear this. Okay, so Lady Luck is on your side, okay? The opportunity that you've been waiting for in terms of this is coming, okay? The anticipation that you were feeling earlier, I feel like it's the same person, is right, okay? We got the support earlier. It's like, you know, it is right. It's, you know, clarified that your feelings are correct, okay? So please take this. There's a blossoming career here, okay? It's really going to suit you, okay? So I really hope that is for someone watching, and please do private message me and comment if that is the case. Sometimes I get these things come through and I'm just like, I don't know if it's right, but I'm just going to go with it. So fingers crossed, okay? Good luck, although I don't think you need it because you've got Lady Luck on your side. And yeah, I'm happy for you, really happy for you. Okay, so I'm gonna leave that to the side. I feel like that one was just for that person. So these other ones that have come through are to do with just for the general week, just for the general reading. So we've got realizations and epiphanies. I feel like someone's going through a big shift. Maybe someone's kind of going through a self-awareness shift. Maybe someone's starting their self-awareness journey, their spiritual journey. So that kind of brings about real big life changes, okay? This can create a lot of changes in your life, okay? So it's not necessarily in terms of one specific area. So it's not like I can say to you, you're going to get a new job, you're going to get a new home, you're going to get like I have done in the previous readings. This is like an inner change, okay? A major inner change, which then creates changes in terms of relationships, where you go in terms of your work, who you start kind of hanging around with more, hobbies and interests changing because you've changed as a person. So this feels like the life changes that are going to be happening. Someone or a few of you are going to start feeling inner shifts, inner changes. And that I just heard the words life, didn't hear the words life, I heard the words changes in the seasons, okay? So it's almost like as the flowers grow in the spring, and like I said before, as the seasons change, it's almost like you are now blossoming, you are changing, you are growing in a different direction. You're starting to realise things, you're starting to have maybe more vivid dreams, maybe you're starting to realise stuff about the world that you just never realised before. Maybe you're starting to notice patterns that are being shifted for you, patterns that are changing for you, limiting beliefs that you had before, they're now kind of being wiped away, washed away, to create space and create new a new life for you, basically, a new way of looking at people and looking at the way that your life is or has been. The Sang can sometimes, and that's strange actually, the grief work is actually coming into that. So there can sometimes be a sadness with that, okay? You can sometimes feel like there's a bit of loss of self there. With that, I remember that myself. You definitely feel like you're losing who you used to be, and there can be quite a sadness in that. There's certain areas that you feel like you might lose about yourself, but you will get them back, okay? So initially you might find that, yes, you lose your sense of humour, for instance, because you're starting to look more deeply into things, which is obviously one of mine. But it does come back, okay? You just have to go through that initial phase. You might find that you start losing certain types of friends, which, you know, came up in the last pack about friendship. So you might find that you start losing types of friends that you kind of spent a lot of time with before, but they just don't resonate with you anymore because you're vibrating on a different level, you're thinking differently, you're seeing the world differently, you're not on the same page anymore, and it can be sad. Again, there's that sadness in there as well. It can be really sad for both parties, but actually, you know, you can't help it because that's just the way that your body is changed, you know, it's just the way your mind has changed, you know. So it's something that happens naturally, and the right people will stay there. The right people will understand. They'll just know that it's part of your life journey and your growth, and it's just making you more of who you are. Okay, the right people will see that. Okay, I think that's it for that one actually. So that was good. There was quite a lot in that one. Decisions. So this kind of goes with the whole thing about changes, like, you know, having the changes within you, the shifts within you, and making decisions about how you want your life to be. Because if you're starting to notice, you know, you're starting to look around you and you're starting to kind of get a clearer, like, this is really big daisy. Like, I don't know about you, but we don't have daisies this big. You get all the, you know, I just kind of got seen a little tiny daisy and it's like zoomed in. So it's like you're starting to really zoom in on your life. You're starting to really zoom in on what the hell's going on. Like, how have I not ever seen this before? You know, everything's just becoming more clearer to you, and you're like, oh, I now know this about that person, or I now feel this way about this person, or oh my god, I just never knew I felt that way about my job, or whatever it is. Now you know these things, you've got that awareness. You then have to make a decision. Okay, you now have to decide, what do I do next? You know, and again, that comes in with that anticipation, that fogginess, like, what do I do next? Okay, all I'll say in this is do what makes you feel calmer, more at peace. I just got reminded of the music card. So you know, do what sings to your soul, sings to your heart, makes you feel happier, more joyful, more at peace. If you feel like there's any resistance anywhere, if you feel like there's any you know, that horrible feeling you get in your stomach, like when someone says to you, do you want to do this today? And you're like, oh, don't do it. Okay, just don't do it, because your body tells you everything. Okay, follow that. Okay, so then follow what you feel good about, follow what you feel excited about. If someone puts a smile on your face by suggesting something to do that. You know, it's easy. It's as easy as that. Just literally listen to your body, feel into the way it feels when someone, you know, offers you an idea, or if you think up an idea, if you've got two things to choose from, for instance, and one you really think into this idea and then you think into that idea, and go with the one that feels the best. That's literally how easy it is. Okay, so that's that one done. And then we've got two more, and then I can love you and leave you. It's been quite a long reading actually today, but I feel like it was really needed. I feel like needed to give a bit more this week. I think maybe because it's the end of the month and we're going into obviously April, and it's getting, you know, as I say, the spring, you know, getting to spring, summer, and I feel like it's just kind of completing the whole of March. It just rounds it all up, and it's, yeah, do you feel like I definitely needed to give more. Okay, and then we've got Miracle of Nature, and I have been seeing so many lotus flowers recently. Okay, lotus flowers, and I've got one in front of me. I've got this beautiful little candle holder of a lotus that's in front of me, and for those who know, obviously lotus flowers, or no, don't know, I'll just tell you. So lotus flowers go through you know, to actually grow, they go through a lot of mud, a lot of, you know, sort of awful, yeah, an awful environment they have to go through to actually like grow and get to the surface and bloom out, okay? And then they kind of go inwards and outwards and inwards and outwards, okay? And this is kind of just, yeah, this is kind of just tuning into that. It's like we do have these, and again, it's to do with the going inwards. Like sometimes we have to go inwards, sometimes we have to be by ourselves, sometimes we have to be with others and blossom and be around, you know, loads of people and be happy and smiley. But sometimes we have to be hermits and, you know, go within and things like that. And it's all about that. It's all about knowing that that's okay. I feel like this one is actually blending the two together. So I feel like she's coming out, she's blossoming, she's in her, maybe she's kind of feeling like she wants to go outside and be out there and not be inwards and not be like a hermit indoors. So it's to say like you can blend the two together. So you can be this like, oh, I'll go out and I'll do something. I feel like I want to do something, get myself out there. But you can also go inwards with that. So when you're kind of like walking around the woods, for instance, or by the river, you can actually use those times to go inwards, okay? To be with whatever's around you, to be, you know, breathing in the air and getting out and doing some exercise, maybe, you know, speaking to people now and again, you know, that you walk past or whatever, being interactive, social, you know. But when you're going around like sort of naturist places or looking at your surroundings, you can actually go inwards as well, and you can reflect, and it's all to do with that that initial stage. Again, I think it's that initial stage to tune into people who are at that initial stage of self-awareness and being aware of everything around you, and really reflecting on how you feel about things that are around you. I also just heard the words journal, so maybe, you know, it might help for some people to take a journal out, you know, and sit by the river and just write about your thoughts, write about what's going on for you. But yeah, so you can blend the two, okay? You don't always have to be a complete and utter quiet, introverted hermit indoors, you know, shutting yourself away from everyone. You can do that, reflecting and have that quiet time in other ways as well. Okay. And then the last card is You Are Protected, which is Archangel Michael. And Archangel Michael's all about, you know, protection, keeping you safe, knowing that you are safe and that you are protected. He came out upside down. So when they come out upside down, there's just a slightly different meaning. So I feel maybe this is that someone's not feeling like they are protected. Maybe they're not feeling so safe, okay? But he's like, right, I feel like the energy that's coming from this card is he's got his sword and he's like bashed it into the ground and he's like, right, we need to get serious with you now. You need to know that you are safe, okay? You need to know that everything is as it should be, okay? You are exactly where you should be right now, okay? If you're feeling like that introverted hermit who just, it feels like nothing is working, nothing is going in the right direction, you don't feel like your world is looking like exactly how you want it to look right now, you don't see a way forward, just please watch back and listen to all the bits about the fogginess and all of the things that you can do, because I feel like he is actually saying that. He is saying, you know, you have all the resources you need, you have all the support you need, you've got someone reading a card reading to you right now, telling you all the things that you can do. You're watching this video, you've been guided to watch this video for some reason. You are safe, you are protected, you're always guided, okay? So please know, with all of these things that come into our lives, all of these people that come into our lives, the way that we are guided to certain things, certain people, certain experiences, they're not just coincidences, okay? There is a reason for it, okay? There's always a reason for it. So please know that you're always looked over, okay? In whatever way you want to take that, you know, I just feel like someone needs to know that. Anyway, so, oh my God, that was such a varied reading today, but I really hope that kind of made sense for whoever's watching. I've got a card sticking out of one of the packs here. I'm just going to get it because it's really trying to get my attention. Oh my God, it was like the only card that was facing upwards. All the other cards are facing downwards and this is facing upwards. And look at this, manifesting a miracle. I just got this like really excited feeling, like, I don't know, I just feel really good about this. I feel like someone, or I keep saying someone. Why do I keep saying someone? There's, I don't know, I don't anticipate it's going to be one person watching this video. I hope not, but, but there's a reason why I keep saying someone, so I don't know, we'll just go with that. But I feel like there's a message here about manifesting what you want into your life and knowing that you can have it, knowing that it's coming. It wanted to get your attention right now, so there you go. Whoever needed to see that. Yeah, just believe, okay? Just believe. So, on that note, I'm going to love you and leave you, and I hope that you enjoyed this reading this week. Thank you so much for watching till the end. It can go on a bit. And thank you so much for all my subscribers, anyone who likes my videos and comments and shares. If you would like your own private reading, feel free to comment or, you know, connect to me on any of the social links below. Feel free to follow me on any of the social links below as well, and join our group if you want to. We've got a lovely community in Facebook, and yeah, that's it really. Thank you so much for listening. See you later. Have a lovely week. Bye.